Welcome back. Now, an exchange program comprising of Namibian delegation of media and think tank representatives concluded last week in Shanghai, China. The week-long initiative focused on China's growth strategy and the most recent achievements in Shanghai's economic and social development. The activities have been carried out through lectures and on-site visits. Joining me in studio is none other than the executive producer of TV Current Affairs at the NBC, Sophia Nell. Good morning, Madam Nell.
Ni hao. Thank you for having me.
The pleasure's all ours. Welcome back. You recently returned from China. Before we get into the conversation and the details of it, what was your overall experience like?
It was such a great opportunity to attend this public lecture. Now, this initiative is called the 2026 China-Africa Year People-to-People Initiative. And it has over 600 activities across African countries dealing in different sectors like culture, education, and social society as well. My overall impression is that China is a very industrialized country. It is very advanced when it comes to technology. So that was quite impactful. And also what stood out is that they are currently having their 15th five-year plan that was launched this year. It is the third five-year plan of President Xi Jinping.
Wow.
So this plan builds on self-reliance when it comes to technology, as well as growth development.
It's interesting because I've spoken to some people who say when they visit China, it feels like they've gone 45 years into the future.
Indeed.
But what many people know about China is mostly through headlines, documentaries, but being there is an entirely different experience, I can only imagine.
Absolutely.
Were there any perceptions that you had about China that were changed by your experience?
Yes, like you just indicated, like the Western countries portray China as this, what do you call it, autocratic society. But of course they have their own system. They are following the socialist system, and it works for their country. And what stood out is the fact that they allow their citizenry to raise their concerns. They take it on board, and then they consult and they deliberate on these issues.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So quite a different perception from what is being publicized.
Absolutely.
But coming back to the initiative and the program, it was a combination of public lectures as well as visits to different institutions, development projects. Looking back, what were some of the key lessons or insights that really stood out for you?
Oh, there was quite a few. Like we visited the site of the National Congress of the Communist Party. Now, this is a site where the Communist Party had their first meeting. It was at the house of Mao Zedong, which we know is the founder of the People's Republic of China.
Yes.
And this site has been turned into a museum.
Oh, wow.
And what really stood out was also the children that visited this museum. So they learned about their own culture and about the history of their country, and that really stood out for me. Another aspect that stood out was we visited the Urban Planning Center, and at the center, it's like a municipality, but it's been turned into a museum, where they're also planning Shanghai's five-year plan, where they're going to turn Shanghai into a smart city. Like they're going to have 5 different smart cities, and every city will concentrate on a different aspect. Like one will be like concentrating on technology, another one on arts and culture, and like that, for example. And that was just quite amazing how they are already planning in advance and trying to address decongestion, because it's quite a large population in China.
Yes.
And that was just really something to, that was really impactful for us to witness.
And beyond witnessing is also then the concept of benchmarking. From what we see back here and how you see them executing their strategy, what do you think, were there any ideas, even in the manner in which they perhaps strategized, that you think can be adapted locally and explored in a Namibian context?
In the Namibian context, I think it's just the fact that we also need to have our plans in order and to really follow through with the plans. And instead of coming up with new plans every time, rather go back to your previous plan and build on that. Yes.
It's more sustainable that way.
Yes.
Interesting. But beyond the formal program, beyond more of the official aspects of it, what were some of the cultural highlights for you from your experience?
We didn't attend too many cultural experiences, but one that we did attend, of course, was an acrobatic show that was quite insightful. They are being taught, we were told from a very early age, as of 2. We know when you see gymnasts, you will think they started at 4 or 6 years old.
Yes.
But with them, they already started at 2, and it's different kinds of activities that they do. Not only gymnastics, they are on their bikes, and it's all kinds of different things. And then some of these people they are now older. So you can see how they've gone through this process and how the arts and culture are being built on in this country. Because some of them are quite older now.
So it starts at a grassroots level, really.
Very much indeed.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about the program. These exchanges bring together professionals from different countries. Were there opportunities to build relationships, to explore future collaborations with people that you've met?
Yeah, absolutely. We had our mayor of Okahanja, and then we visited the district of Minhang, and there they reviewed their 30-year plan, the 30-year agreement that was dormant over the years. And they reviewed this, and they deliberated on future discussions on how to cooperate the two cities together. And what the council was saying that accompanied the mayor now of Okahanja, she said that they want to foster relations on waste management in Okahanja, as well as upskill the youth in Okahanja, and some of the areas that they are looking forward to with this Minhang district.
Oh, that's exceptional. Because ultimately, like you've said, there's a lot to learn. And
there's a lot to learn.
There's a lot of opportunity there.
Absolutely.
But when it comes to these programs, they're valuable beyond those collaborations, because they're also valuable for journalists and media practitioners such as yourself. But in also strengthening the diplomatic relations between the two countries. Madam Niel, how do you think this has impacted your own outlook on the media landscape?
For me, it was just absolutely fantastic to witness China hands-on, and not the way it's being portrayed on television or from what we read, but to really see what's happening that side, and also to help us in our reporting when we do similar stories where you have that background information of what transpired during the visit. Exactly. And also the global network that we build on. Also, that's also something that that's also very important.
Perhaps we can look forward to interviewing some of our Chinese counterparts here in Good Morning Namibia even.
Absolutely, we can do that, as well as the think tank that also accompanied the media practitioners. We can also interview them on their impressions of what they have learned.
So there's a lot that came from there.
There's so much that came from there that needs to be deliberated on and to be expanded more on.
Madam Niel, thank you so much for your time and for bringing back such rich insights that we can then learn from and grow the NBC with.
Many thanks for the opportunity.
That was Sophia Nel, the executive producer of TV Current Affairs right here at the NBC, reflecting on a week-long media exchange program in Shanghai, China, and the lessons drawn from engaging with one of the world's leading economic and innovation hubs. Do stay right here on Good Morning Namibia as we bring you your 7 o'clock news bulletin.